Have you come in contact with people who tell you that with your hijab you are not beautiful? What do you tell them? Adagni! Oh, this is the Ajia Mutiat Orolu in the making. Adagni! Don't worry, I'll still engage you. Let us go on. Inshallah, let me invite the Amir MSSN Badagri, Dr. Abdulhakim Abubakar. Bismillah. Emma Bosa. Now, ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaba bikum. Also, I know he would not like to join the top table, but I will bring him there, even though he's permitted to leave from time to time. He's the one going up and down. I'm talking about the Assistant General Secretary Hijab Coalition, my Ustaz Miftauddin Aladi. Bismillah. Atakbir. Yes, I think we have in here too the General Secretary of Hijab Coalition, Ustaz Miftauddin Oyeyemi Atekbir, àti Secretary àti Assistant Secretary ẹwà jọ ń jẹ́ Miftauddin Masha Allah ilẹ̀kùn oore ayọ̀ àánú ọlọ́nkọ́ máṣá ìṣe fún gbogbo wa. Alhamdulillah of the alamin. Aha. Maybe the idea I'm envisaging is already coming to reality. That the few men that are in
بل كذبوا بالحق لما جاءهم في أمر مريض أفلم جدناها وألقينا فيها رواسي وأنبتنا فيها من كل زوج بعيد تبصرة وذكرى لكل عبد منيب صدق الله العظيم.
Those are the words from our Creator. Allahumma zayyina zinatal Quran. Let's say Amen. Allahumma albisna bi kilhatil Quran. جاي سورة الكوثر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. Inshallah, due to the fact that we are starting far behind schedule, the program will, all speakers will not have an elongated time. The key points, I'm aware some of us came all the way from Badagry and we will need to return. So let me invite the chairperson, the Amira, as I want to call her, of Coalition for Hijab, to welcome us all in today's great hall. I'll hand over Hawa Okori. Atekbir.
You are welcome to this year's seminar on hijab solution. This is our third seminar, inshallah. You're welcome to the occasion, and we pray that you will not leave here empty. Everything you are going to learn from. Hijab solution is actually the function of many organizations, group organizations. We have moving out, hijab right advocacy. We have Ashab Islamia, we have Mutan, we have Form 1, and MSS. We also look forward to having more Muslim organizations to join us. And what are we all about? The aim of the organization is to promote the use of hijab by Muslims in Nigeria. We also want to actually see to that Muslims are not victimized, as well as we would like to disseminate and educate the masses on the importance of the use of hijab, which is why most of us are here today. But at the same time, we should understand that it's not only the Muslim women or the females who know the rights of the Muslims about the hijab. The men are also part and parcel of the system because these females are the wives, the mothers, the sisters, and the neighbors. And they need to know so that wherever they are, women will not be molested or oppressed. They should be able to stand for the rights of the Muslims wherever they are. And that makes them your brothers, keepers, and good Muslims. I pray that your here today will not be wasted. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you abundantly for great education. And your judgment also be successful. Allah reward us abundantly for. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Dáhùn sálámọ̀ ni kó má lọ di gbèsè. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullahu khairan. From that welcome address, for those of us perhaps watching us outside this hall, the vision is very clear. May Allah make it. Now, I will be handing over the microphone for the chairman's opening remark, which is meant to be delivered by Professor Hijab Lakin Akintola, the Executive Director of Muslim Rights Concern. But inshallah, I will be inviting Ustaz Miftauddin Alade to do that on his behalf. Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا ومن يهده فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. So we give glory to Almighty Allah. We thank Him for the sake of our life up to this moment. We thank you for making the program of today a reality. And I wouldn't want to take much of our time because the time has been spent and we have very short time to rub mind together to discuss. So that is why I want to make this very brief. As it has been said by the chairperson of the coalition, in person of Idea our Kokori, that is the third series of Hijab seminars to sensitisation, which will be organizing for the Muslim students from the Muslim pupils, from the Muslim community in different places in Lagos State. I think the first one we had took place at Alimosho Soil. The first one we had. The first one took place at the Kotu Central Mosque, while the second one was held at the Kotu Igodo Local Council Development Area. This is the third one that is taking place right in this mosque. That is linking with the Korea Mosque. Local Council Avenue Street, Serene. We have connect this program before now. But because the host community, most of those that don't sign in, we did not arrive on time. That is why we have started very late. And that's one of the issues which I feel we need to address as a Muslim. When we say 10 o'clock, let's our 10 o'clock be 10 o'clock. Our 10 o'clock should not be 11:30, should not be 12:30, it should be 10. Let us take note of that. The issue of hijab among us is a constitutional right. It is an ordained right which Almighty Allah, being our Creator, has given to us, the female. And we should not abuse it. We should spread it. And as if that is not enough, our parents, various news organizations, they've tried to ensure that that law, that right is not taken away from us. And that is why the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria and other Muslim personnel, other Muslim personalities, other Muslim luminaries have decided that that right is being eroded. And that is why they make sure they got the right back to us. So decide left to you, our children, our pupils, our kinds, to ensure that the right, that hijab is used appropriately, that everywhere we find ourselves, that we should ensure that we put on our hijab. And as we are trying to put on our hijab, or as we are wearing our hijab physically, we should not forget that the inner part of hijab, the spiritual form of hijab, should not be taken off from our mind. And that is why the organizer of this program, felt that the program should be extended to this place. We pray to Allah to accept this from us as an act of ibadah. Every bit of what we are going to learn from this forum, from this seminar, we pray to Allah to bless it for us. And as Allah is blessing for us, we should not forget to take it, to spread it to those that are not fortunate to join us or to be among us. And inshallah, as we are living here today, the next one will be having will be taken to another local government, maybe Ekpe or Ikorodu or Badagry. There will not rest on our hours. And it is our prayer that Allah will accept this from us as an act of ibadah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لكم ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Jazakumullahu khairan. I believe for this touch, how we are doing. Now, without further ado, it is time to get into the business of today. It's time to get into the business of today. Inshallah, I will hand over the microphone to this guy from live advocacy GFC. Ajia Oteat Olu and I want you to listen attentively to her because I will give you the opportunity to ask questions. Exactly. All right.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نعمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهد الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. My dear fathers, mentors, brothers, friends and umos in the house, and of course my dear sisters, I say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Am I okay sitting? Should I sit? Okay, thank you very much. So I've been asked that I can sit down. Can we all see me? Yes. So today, this is the third seminar that we have done, but today is very special. Do we know why? Because of all the seminars that we have been doing, this is the first time we have the largest percentage of young people compared to old people. Kebirola, apart from me and maybe this brother, every other person here is grandma and grandpas. They are all grandma and grandpas, except for maybe me and my brother. And I don't even know, it might even be a grandpa. The point I'm trying to say is that I'm very happy that it is you people that need it most that are here with us. Alhamdulillah, so I'm very happy. When we are invited for programs like this, some of us always feel that, that program, 1 million person were there. Oh, that program was done in so and so hotel. Oh, that program, there was AC, there was this, there was that. But the success of anything that we do in life sometimes does not depend on the packaging. Do we agree? Look at the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If we want to use our own sense as human beings to choose a prophet, probably would have not chosen him. We may say, oh, we want somebody rich, somebody learned, somebody from this one, from that one. But if you look at the life of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there is almost no trial you want to go through today that the prophet has not passed through. Is there? He lost his father before he was born. He lost his mother when he was young. Yes? He had to live with somebody that is not his own parents. He was not educated. He was not literate. Let me not say he was educated, but he was not a literate man. He could not read. He could not write. He married a woman that was old. In fact, let's say old enough to be his mother. Abi, 15 years. 15 years older than him. His wife that supports him with everything, she died when he needed her the most. The year of sorrow. Abi, where his uncle died, where his most supportive wife died, when the Muslims were under boycott, when they were facing extreme hardship and poverty, the prophet was even poisoned. You understand? All of his children died while he was alive, except one. He experienced wealth, he experienced hardship, he experienced poverty. So all the things that we want to say we are going through today, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was through it. Even Allah tells us the stories of some of the prophets in the Quran and tell us لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي قَصَصِهِمْ عِبْرَةٌ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. He is just telling us all these stories for us to pick lessons for those who have understanding. So it is not only that we are listening to stories or all these grandpa and all these grandmas, they don't have anything else to do. But because of you are our future. You are our future. All of us here, we are not going to be here forever. When we go, it is you people that are going to be on this side of the table. Hopefully doing what we are doing in a better way. Hopefully fully referring to it that, oh, the day that the hijab solidified in my mind was the day I went to so and so program. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam started calling to Islam, he did not go and rent all. Abi, they were even hiding. Etaoro 2, 3, 4 people in Darul Arqam. But look at where Islam is today. How many Muslims are in the world? Billions. If you have seen the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam before, raise up your hand. If you have seen his picture before, raise up your hand. Have you seen it? If you have heard his voice before, that raise up your hand. We have not seen him. We have not seen his picture. We have not heard his voice. We only heard about him and we believed in him. Kevin Rolla. And today, just from one person, Muhammad, and his wife, our mother Khadija, and probably Ali, that was a boy, we are now billions of Muslims. Kevin Rolla. That shows that it is not where we are starting from. It is where we are going, and for whose sake we are doing it. For whose sake are we doing it, my dear sisters? Allah. So as you are here today, you should know that regardless of whatever you feel, that this program is this or that, it is what we are here to do, and whose sake we are doing it that matters the most. And it is only him that guarantees success. Wa ma tawfiq illa billah. So today we are talking about quest of a serene society, and I've added a small one to it. What is the role of hijab? The role of hijab. Why is this hijab so important? Some people will be telling us that all this hijab, your wala is too much. This one hijab, that one hijab, this way hijab, that one. Is it only hijab? Is it only hijab that is in Islam? I know somebody, she used to abuse people, she's wearing hijab. I know somebody, she's promiscuous and she's wearing hijab. I know somebody, she does not pray and she's wearing. Is it only hijab? Today I want us to know that for us to get a serene society, for that society to be the way that we want, the hijab has the role to play. Some will now say, but there are other places, people are going to Canada, they are going to this, they are Japan, some of those places they are serene, and they are not wearing hijab there. At least most people are not wearing hijab there. Today we will see what is the meaning of that serenity, and what is the role that hijab has to play, and especially in this our society of Nigeria. After looking at that, we will look at what is the legality of hijab. Some people will be telling you, you are saying human rights. Are you the only one in this country? Is it only your religion? What is the legal part of that hijab? We are also going to look at, because we are young people here, a lot of us are still in secondary school, right? Some might even be in higher institutions, some might be school leavers, some might be in primary. That when you as a Muslim girl, you are choosing a career, why is it important for you to choose some particular career over others? You understand? Why is it important for you as a Muslim girl to say, I want to be this because of this? I will talk about that a bit. We will also talk about the seculars, apart from the legality, all the secular, all the things that we have in our midst, so that somebody will not tell you that it's not like that, it's a lie, for you to understand it. Then we will talk about the issue of these tracts. We are going to give all of us today, inshallah. And I just want to point out a few things inside it that I want you to keep with you physically and in your mind. May Allah make it easy for us. Our time is not much, so I will try to run through it. When we are talking about serene society, if you look at all the laws of Islam, Islam wants us to have, in fact, ìgbésí ayé àlàáfíà. That is what Islam, what Islam wants. For instance, Islam knows that one of the things that can make a society not to be peaceful is things like kidnapping, like armed robbery, like, you understand, waylaying people on the road. Do you know that one of the harshest punishments that Islam gives is for those people that are committing armed robbery or kidnapping or making the society generally unsafe? Like me, when most of my holiday, I used to travel. I would go to Kaduna, from there we go to Jos, we go to Sokoto, go to Bauchi, anywhere we have family or friend or anybody remotely related to us in the north, we will go there. I always plan that when I start having my children, we will go there, we will go by road. That is, we know Pujo station wagon in that time. Abi, on my park, Wamato 12, Amamalokaka, even the National Mosque in Abuja, when they were still building it, I went there as a child, that they let us come in. Once in color one by, you understand, and it will increase your love for Islam, for Allah, for a lot of things. But nowadays, if you want to go to Kaduna, if you don't have money for flights, kilamashi, amajoko silewa. I need to go to Abuja. I cannot say, let me go and enter bus. They say, onoda, kidnapping. This is, you understand, the society is so unsafe that we cannot even move around. So part of what Islam is here for is that serenity, to make the society a peaceful one. And one of the, if you look at the laws of the Sharia, Islam will always support something that will bring peace, and will always be against something that would what, cause chaos in the society. So what is the purpose of hijab? We will know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that gave us this dressing. Is a heavenly dressing. Is a what? Now let me give you an example. How one of the things that me I see, and has even convinced me again, apart from everything Allah said in the Quran about why this hijab is a heavenly dressing. Do you know that in when we get to Al-Jannah, inshallah, if you want to go to Al-Jannah, let me see your hand. We all want to go to Al-Jannah, inshallah. And do you know that in Al-Jannah, everybody will be the same age? Do you know? Around the age of 33 years, everybody will be the same. Even you and your mommy, you will be same age. Even you and your grandma, same age. Even you and your children that you are going to give birth, same age. Even that senior in your school that is doing, I'm your senior. When you all get to Al-Jannah, you will become the same age. Now, how is this hijab part of the dressing of Al-Jannah? I will tell you. That will make you think. Whenever you see anybody wearing an hijab, like a young girl, maybe she's young, she's wearing an hijab. I'm talking about a young girl that has reached puberty now, maybe let's say like 14, 15. If she's wearing an hijab, you might not really be able to guess her age. Do you know? You might think, oh, maybe she's like a mature girl, like 20. It's when she will not tell you that, I'm in SS1. You now say, oh, you are even a young girl. But she will look like a young lady. All these people here, they are grandmas. You cannot know. They are looking like young people. You know, as I'm saying they are grandma, you are looking at them that, are these ones old? You know, the hijab will make them look young. Kevin relax. The hijab will make them look young as if they are middle age. So when they are saying stand up from there, you will say, this one for the 5 years, don't bad over me. Meanwhile, they are as old as your mommy. But because they are wearing hijab, they look young. So just the way our age will be the same. The hijab gives you that honor of making you look, you are not looking old and you are not looking young. You just about looking one silly like grandmama they want to talk. But all of them, they are out here, they are looking like very young people because they have decided to adopt the hijab. Especially this woman beside me. Don't look at her that one for grandma one lè bí mi lọ́mọ, she's old enough to be my own mom, like she's sitting here. But all of us, we look like sisters. So you will know that the hijab, the jilbab is what? An heavenly garment. So why will you not adopt it? Why will you, because of the fashion of this world that goes out in 2-3 years or 2 years, so stones lace long one thing, long one thing, that will go, out of fashion. Why don't you adopt? Like this cloth is more than 5 years. Can you know? If I say I sold it yesterday, can you know? You cannot know. Because it will never go out of fashion. I know this my almost. They have jilbab of 20 years. I'm sure. When they iron it and they wear it, you cannot know that woman has been wearing that clothes of 20 years. Ejakola was 13 to wear in 20 years. I've been millions to. Unlike the hijab, it will never go out of fashion. Allah has commanded us in the Quran that what? O Prophet, tell your wives and your daughters and the women of the believers that what? They should draw their clothes around them, they should cover their body, that they may be recognized as free and respectable women. Except people that are trying to be mischievous, they will not extend their hand. I remember all those stupid people that do skits. You remember that I went to go and meet one Ajia that was wearing hijab. I say, Ajia, mo fẹ́ ṣe ukọ. You remember? What did that person do for him? Oh, full for TV. Only are you mad? You can see I'm wearing hijab. And you are telling me ukọ. Bó ṣe ti ọmọ kó wájú ilé ìlú bó ṣe ti wọlé nìyẹn. Tọkọ Ajia yẹn bọ́ tàbí gbogbo wọn is a skit, is a skit. But the point is that the hijab makes them know that you are free and respectable one. But no, àwọn ilé yàtọ̀. When they are doing anything for anybody, You are different. And that is what Allah said, that is part of why we are wearing the hijab. The hijab is a means of modesty. If you look at ara nǹkan tó ń bayé jẹ́ lónìí, the quest for serene society that we are looking for, infidelity is part of it. They will say, that woman, the husband went to do DNA, 4 of their children is not for the husband. The woman will say, ẹgbà mí o, I have married my husband for 20 years. I find out that he has 17 baby mamas. Obìnrin 17 ló ti bímọ fún ta o. How can I secure my children? How can all the property only be for my children, me and my children? I don't want anybody, if he dies, to come and collect our property. And what is it that leads to all this is zina. And part of those things that promotes zina is what? Immodesty. Don't let anybody tell you that what you wear does not matter. Yes, it is not a defense for rape to say, what was she wearing? A sister can wear hijab and somebody might rape the person. It is true. But what is it that gives a lot of people sexual excitement, that excites people unnecessarily, is immodesty. The things that are not meant, that is only meant to be shown in your bathroom, you are showing it on the streets. Some people don't have self-control. It might be that they are seeing some other naked ladies, and then they would, you understand, transfer that aggression on somebody else. But we cannot say that all this sexualization that are in the environment is not what is contributing to all these things that are happening. It is related. It is linked. Even though the victims might be modest people, but it is linked. Even though they might go and rape a child or even a baby, but it is still linked to immodesty. Wearing the hijab guarantees or encourages people to be modest. And the Prophet ﷺ has said part of what he has sent to do is to correct morals, to correct manners, to make you morally upright. When you are wearing the hijab, even you, it will caution you. For instance, I'm driving, one down for now do something. No, that just because I will say, they will say, all aladas, and you are an alaja, and you are wearing hijab and you are abusing, and I say something bad. I will need to what? Caution myself, and by that I will become a better person for it. If you are wearing hijab, even if you like a boy in your class, you say, me that I'm wearing hijab, I will not. I will be patient, and Allah will give me my own when the time is right. Your hijab can serve as a self-regulator for you. Also, you might be writing exam, and you don't know number 4. And you're not like, my friend Mulika, she might know it too. Let me ask her. But you are thinking, I'm wearing hijab. If I'm taking the exam, they will now catch me. They will now say, it's all those girls are wearing hijab. They're just wearing it to come and commit exam malpractice. And you decided, I will not commit exam malpractice. What have you done? You have become a better person because of the hijab that you are wearing. You understand? You are somebody that Allah has blessed you. He has given you very long hair. There is now Evelyn in your class. She also has hair. Her hair is not even as long as your own. Everybody is always saying, Evelyn, your hair is fine. Look at Evelyn's hair. You are not thinking, hey, tell me about your shiori, tell me. You know, me not going to Evelyn law. But for the sake of Allah, you covered it. That means that personal thing in your soul that you want to use to show off. You have been able to curb it, that even though my hair is longer than Evelyn's, so that if I show it by, people will say, your hair is fine, but I covered it for the sake of Allah. That means you have been free from the sin of show off. Because one of the things that would spoil a person's work on the day of Qiyamah is show off. They say some people will come, a rich man, I gave my money out for the sake of Allah. Allah will say you gave the money so that people will say you are rich and you are generous. And they have said that. And so before me today, you don't have anything. Oh yeah, you can throw him in hellfire. So your own will not be like that. Because you have been able to what? Curb yourself of the behavior and the sin of show off. So all these things, they will what? Eventually lead to what? A serene society. The hijab helps to reduce societal, harassment and objectification of women. Wọ́n máa fẹ́ ta sẹ̀mó, wọ́n fobìnrin sí, wọ́n fẹ́ ta mọ́tò, wọ́n fobìnrin sí, wọ́n fẹ́ ta bàtà ọkùnrin, they will put a woman, she will wear short clothes, she will be smiling. Objectification of women, does that mean that those things they cannot sell them? If they don't put a woman, they will say kò ní lọ, kò ní dùn. That means you are seen as an object rather than an human being. And Allah is also Azab. Part of those he has guaranteed Ajron Arima, Quran 33 verse 35, is who? Men and women who guard their chastity. And men and women who remember Allah often. Your hijab is a testament to that. You will remember Allah often. Because it is not one person in your family that is saying, wear hijab. Even if it's your dad is saying, wear hijab, we will say, Allah says in the Quran, Abi. If your teacher says, wear hijab, they will say, Allah says in the Quran, or the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said. It is not their own law. It is what Allah, the person that created us, that knows us more than we know ourselves, that knew us before he brought us to this earth, that knows what will happen to us when after he takes us away from this earth. He is the one that has said, my servants, this is the garment I'm giving you, wear it. And so in the obedience of Allah, you understand, and his remembrance, hearts find rest. Another verse of the Quran, Allah has said that those that what abandon Allah's remembrance, part of his remembrance is in obeying him. That they will have what? Ma'ishatan. They will have a life of trials and tribulation. They will be having trial and tribulation over unnecessary things. Yes, as a Muslim, you will have trials. The brothers have trials. But things that are not necessary. Ṣáṣọ iṣó dúró dáadáa. Ṣé bàtà iṣó match? Irun yóò ti fi jẹ́ẹ̀lì lẹ̀, ó ti lẹ̀ tó lẹ̀. Àwọn òpè ẹjọ́ ta ló ní starch, ẹjẹ́ kí n tún fi lẹ̀. Makeup mi yóò sì dúró. Ibẹ̀ yẹn gbóná. I cannot stay there. Because you have used makeup. Tó ti pọ̀ báyìí. Wà nílé ìjókòó. Wà wá máa sweat. Ẹlòmíì níjọ́ wedding ẹ̀ mọ̀ ní dáàmọ̀. Then they will not, somebody said that children saw the wedding photo and say, daddy, who are you marrying? You did not marry my mommy. They say, it's your mommy now. It's not our mommy, oh. It's not our mommy, oh. It's not our mommy. I remember I went to a wedding. I took my children to somebody's wedding and they know that person. And I said, we are going to Auntie Lagbaja's wedding, oh. And when we got there, they wanted to start reception. I said, yeah, go and greet Auntie Lagbaja. I want to care any here. When we now got there, I said, mommy, suppose we are going to Auntie Lagbaja's wedding. People are Timbo. It's not Auntie Lagbaja. Oh. I said, it's Auntie Lagbaja. She's not the one. Is it not Auntie Lagbaja that came to our house that day, that did this and this? Yes. Is it not Auntie Lagbaja that buy ice cream for us? That day we went to the mosque. She's the one. Is it? She's not the one. What's the power there? What's the low makeup? What's the low ojú? What's the leg book? They were arguing with me. Later the money what did you see at Lagbaja's mommy and daddy there? They say, we saw them. I said, maybe don't they pay for the wedding. You understand? So if you go away from the path Allah has set you in, you will what? Live life as unnecessary trial and tribulation. As a Muslim girl that you are keeping yourself, that you are chaste and you are modest, you are not bothered about one infection. If you have infection, kò lè ju UTI, bóyá toilet infection. It cannot be STD. It cannot be STD, except if the STD is airborne or be waterborne. It cannot be an STD. You already know. All of us that we are here, we are not doing DNA tests. That DNA test is very expensive because they know that they are married to chaste women. Ọmọ yẹn ò bá àjọ ẹnìkan tí wọn ò mọ̀. Is it that wọ́n ṣe ọmọ yẹn gbé fún wọn lọ́sítù? But they know that their wives do not commit zina. Before they married her, after they married her, they did not commit zina. So if you stay with what Allah has given you, you will not have unnecessary problem. Now let's go to legality of hijab. Part of the thing people will want to use to debunk it. Now, so Section 38 of the Constitution guarantees freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, and says that you have the right to practice your religion, whether in private or in public. And even the courts have ruled, up to the Supreme Court, in the case of Hafsat Abdul Karim, that to wear hijab is what? And a practice of Islam. It's not that we are just bringing it that my Imam says, my Olori says, my Kinikon says. It's in the Quran. We can bring evidence that this is what the Quran commands us to do. And so it is part of the belief of a Muslim woman she must wear hijab, and nobody can take it from her. In another case, Basirat something versus Provost of Ilorin, Court of Appeal case, the Court of Appeal even said to use niqab is fundamental human right of a Muslim woman. Nobody can say, oh yeah, we do not allow you can wear hijab, you cannot wear niqab. Nothing like that. You can wear your niqab. It is part of the laws, and the courts have said it is protected by the constitution and it is guaranteed. Some people will now say section 10 say no religion will be adopted as state religion. Yes, me wearing my hijab on my head, how did I adopt it as state religion in Lagos State? You understand? They will say the use of hijab is not, human rights is not absolute. True, but the constitution gives you situations where it's not absolute. In case of public health, in case of morality, in fact, hijab is what confirms morality or public good. So what is the public good that you are guaranteeing by telling somebody not to wear hijab? So all the exceptions to the non-absoluteness of human rights, the hijab does not, I'm sorry, the hijab does not contravene those rules, is not part of the exception. And the courts have looked into it and it is legal. So the Supreme Court judgment of 17th of June 2022 in Asas Abdulkarim versus Lagos State has confirmed it. Whether you are in primary school or secondary school, my sisters in primary school, don't let them tell you that hijab is only for mature ladies. Yes, it is compulsory for mature ladies, but as long, even if you are a baby, you can wear hijab. As a young child, you have a right to your own religion and to the religion your parents want you to practice. If in your house your parents are encouraging you to wear the hijab, wear it. Nobody can come and tell you, after all, they are not yet in secondary school. No. And this Supreme Court judgment is for both secondary, primary and secondary schools. Do we understand? And then the circular that the Commissioner of Education has even guaranteed that they will even resend all the circular to all schools again, whether in primary school or secondary school, that the hijab is allowed. The circular dated December 5, 2022, and also the circular dated 9th of February 2023 has already been circulated to all schools again. So in your school, if they are saying don't wear hijab, wear it only on Friday, wear it only on Islamic, when you are having Islamic studies, please reach out to us. Let us know what is happening in your schools. So in order to be able to guarantee a serene society, we might think that the hijab is not related. It is linked to it, because a lot of the modest and immoral things have broken the family structure, and the family structure is what makes the society. I read a particular article about somebody. He was a youth corper that served in Zamfara State. He's a Christian. He said yes, all those hijab that they are wearing, that he even make his own mind calm down, that he was not even thinking about what he's not meant to be thinking of. He could concentrate on being productive and add to the society. That was someone that is not even a Muslim and does not even support the hijab, but he said yes, he could see how wearing the hijab will make the society serene. So my dear sisters, it's very important that we hold on to our hijab. And as hijab is, let us look at the kind of profession, before I round up, I'm rounding up now, that we are going into. Take the profession that will be useful to Islam. In a lot of Lagos State schools now, and even in some states, we don't have Islamic studies teacher. Because a lot of us are thinking of Islamic studies shape or Islamic studies education, we need to look at our parents. Let us also encourage our children. Islamic studies education, maths, English, maths education, English education, sciences, core subjects, and even professions like nursing. Yes, alhamdulillah, we are having many hijab sisters doing medicine. We need more of them, but we don't have enough doing nursing. We don't have enough of them that are physiotherapists. Lab, there is a lab that I always go. My house, I'm living on the island. The lab I used to go is in Mushin, because I know that it is run by Muslim women. If I want to do X-ray, it's a Muslim woman that will attend to me. If I want to do ECG, it's a Muslim woman that will attend to me. I won't be saying, hey, Mawa Bosho Niwaju Okori. It's run by Muslim women. And it's because we had Muslim women that went to read that course and set up lab. If you are pregnant, you want to do scan, you will go to where a woman is that can do scan for you. You will not expose yourself. So all those areas, let us not be looking at me, I want to be a fashionista, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be a TikToker. Or what did you say? A model. It is going to go. It is not all professions that we are needed. It's not all profession that fits a Muslim woman because of our modesty. Even if that is what you wish to do, leave it for the sake of Allah. Allah will replace it for you with something better. So let us do Islamic studies, Arabic education. We have some schools that it is Christian that is teaching our children Islamic studies. And after they teach them Islamic studies, they will now tell them, but all this one is a waste of time if you do not give your life to Jesus and submit to him. So I encourage you, my dear sisters, and I also encourage our parents and our grandparents here, that let us encourage our younger ones. Let them go into all these professions. They are all needed by the Ummah. You understand? Even brothers Allah taught us to pray. Allahumma inni a'udzubika min al-ilmi la yanfa. Knowledge that does not benefit. There are some knowledge that are beneficial that we are running away from because we feel that there is no prestige. Okay, you will say, they will say, this Ummu, she's already a lawyer. She's saying all of us we should go and read Islamic studies. If I tell you my journey into law, you will know that my own is qadar. Sincerely, it is qadar. In fact, when I did not get admission into law that time, I say, I can do mass education. They say, you are not a science student now, you cannot do mass education. English education is full. My Islamic studies in WAEC, they seized it. If not that they seized it, I would have read Islamic education because my mom read Islamic education in INCE. For her degree, she read history education. But for all her 35 years of service, she mostly taught Islamic education. That's Islamic studies. Because she said she will enter a school and they will say, this Islamic studies teacher, don't worry, I will teach it. And this is a woman that will say, okay, but she will say, I cannot be in a place. One Islamic studies teacher, and throughout her years as a teacher, even when she had duty post as a principal, she will still make sure that she will take Islamic studies. So it is very, very, very important. This is our mommies and parents are not so knowledgeable. And even if they are knowledgeable, we know the economy. Abu has to work, Umu has to work. They don't have enough time to go into the nitty-gritty of all these things. It is the Islamic studies teachers that will step in and teach you about the Sirah and teach you about the fiqh. The only fiqh that a lot of us know is only fiqh of Afeshadu Allah or Afewegusu. Fiqh is wide. It's only when you follow the curriculum that you'll be able to know it. So my dear younger ones, look at all these professions. They are all needed by the Ummah. And wear your hijab with pride. We are going to give you these tracts. Everybody will get at least 2 copies so that you will read one and give one to your friend that is not here. There, they are telling us about the struggle of an hijabi teenager. It will be there. They are telling us why you should wear the hijab. It's there. They are also going to be telling you why you need a mentor. All of us that we are here today, we cannot get here if we do not have proper people mentoring us. Like our father here, Alhaji Mufta Alade. They will not say, anything will go below more. He will call me, this is the thing that you are meant to do. If he feels that I'm not doing something, he will call me, he will correct me, he will show me, all of us that we are here, we are not able to do this if we do not have mentors. But can anybody be our mentor? Can Davido be my mentor and I will be here in front of you? Abi? May Allah save us from such. So these tracts are going to give you. We will give you more than one, even more than 2, so that you will read and also give your friends. Do we understand? May Allah make it easy for us. May Allah accept whatever little we have been able to say as a brother. May He make us understand this more than we have said it. May Allah bless all of us, bless our parents, and may Allah let all of us unite together in Al-Jannah to Firdaus. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ọba tó gbẹ̀yẹ tó gbẹ̀yẹ tó ká wà mẹ́rin rẹ̀ tó mọ̀nà kó má ṣe wá lọ́nà láéláé. Kó má ṣe wá lọ́nà láéláé. Kó má ṣe wá lọ́nà láéláé. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. We say Jazakumullahu khairan to Ajia Mutiat Olu Balu. I'm sure you really enjoyed the session. Yes or no? MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Yes, when we started earlier, I was telling you, and of course, the chairperson corroborated that we cannot do away with the men, the boys, when we are talking about hijab. He referred a case. I want to tell you that case was centered around me in 2005. The case of the Nicobites in Kwara State College of Education. To be precise, Basirat Salim. It wasn't even Basirat alone. I had 3 of them. By the point one of them went out of the school. I was the Amir then, and the provost of the school invited me to tell me that we were dining. Immediately just pushed the stuff to me and said, "Hey Amir, look at this. We want to have a dress code in the school. Isn't it lovely?" I said, "It's lovely." Actually, what he intended to do is to forbid those that would dress provocatively, see-through clothes, transparent, and like that. But I've noticed that Article H and I then has something to do with the niqab. And immediately that day, I went back to him that, "Sir, I noticed this." And he said, ẹni tó bá fẹ́ bojú kó bojú ẹ̀ nílé wọn kó má bò ní inú school. And I asked him, because the unfortunate thing was that he's a Muslim. And I went back to him that, "Sir, kí ni kí a sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wa? Èmi lẹ́ni kí n já mẹ́rin wọn." He said, "Ìtí mo fi pè ẹ́ wá bí ìgangan náà nìyẹn. You go and tell them that tí wọ́n bá ti dé ẹnu gate kí wọ́n ṣí. Tí wọ́n bá tún ti," and as he was saying it, I said, so I should pass this message to them. With due respect, sir. And that was where we started the battle. And he thought, in fact, they wanted to show me that I'm not from Ilorin, because I was victimized heavily. In fact, by because of so, and before we know it, these sisters with the cup, I have one in biology, very brilliant. You should know Hijab, very, very brilliant. In fact, my Amira then was actually a Niqabite. She was part of it. And this Basira Soli, only one sister left when the struggle was very tough. Kí ló ń ṣe fún wọn? Wọ́n lé wọn kúrò ní classroom. Àní bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti yọ kí ní iṣẹ́. But àwa gbé wọn lọ sí court. In fact, the brother that stood for us was appearing before the judge for the first time. And they never knew. If I won't finish yẹ̀yẹ́ àwọn, and you know Ilorin that is that place where Islam thrived. But unfortunately, we were getting help from outside Ilorin more than Ilorin for some reasons I wouldn't want to mention here. So, but my sisters, my children, I want to tell you that we cannot throw away. If not for the men, then that case wouldn't be referred today, because Allah used us to do a lot of things. We shook the school. It got to a time they were asking us, gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ pé ṣojú ọ̀rọ̀ àmórí àlọ́ àmì bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni tó wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo la máa lé kó oṣù aláṣetán. And that was how we recorded that success, and many other cases like that. So I want to tell you that all that has been said to you is enough for you to do what? This area that we have, some of you may not know, we have come from outside, is like Lagos Island too. There are some areas here where we have the bad boys, those ones that take alcoholic drink and substance that abuse substances. We have so many of them around. But whenever they see you in hijab, even if they are high more than heaven, when they see you in hijab, nítorí máa ń sọ yìí pé alájà ni o, ẹ jẹ́ ká alájà. Ṣùgbọ́n bí wọ́n sọ yẹn, ẹ fà alájà sílẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí alájà máa lọ. Because Allah has honored you, and that honor Allah will not take it away from you. I want to recognize the presence of my teacher, my mentor, Dr. Saeed Adeyemo, who has joined us. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. You're welcome, sir. Inshallah, we will adjourn for Salat because Salat Zuhr is 1:30. So as soon as we completed the Salat, we'll return to take the second lecture. But I want one or two questions from you. Yes, who has a question for Hijab Theatre? Question? Fantastic. Can you come over? Who else again? I have a question for her too. You have a question? Come on. We are waiting. Come over. Yeah, make it snappy. Use it. Okay, is it good to tuck in your hijab? Fantastic. Sule.
So that time they will do some medicine about the last one. Yeah, we are special teacher. So now today is the real one that we should talk to.
Fantastic.
Now I can
So when people ask us to do that, it is really a sensitivity. That's what it means. It's like a little bit. When you don't have some and you have to stress. So I don't know how it will work. Because this comes to the guidance of the prayer. You know what? Most of it is not going to do us. You will sit like that and listen.
Láti ọ̀gá Adéfájì.
sorry.
Okay.
So like she rightly said to me, I work in government for 2 days. So like kind of talking on that. I remember when my principal was saying I think the letter I think they need more of that they brought out the letter and they did go to talking there. But they are not in the they take it so serious. So maybe put more effort by passing around the then on the Islamic teacher for outside, don't outside. Me, the Muslim teacher, was paying for PC, kind of so maybe at the end of the close my door. So you are for two. You are for
I know.
I just want to ask a question. Talking about the jam right applications, I don't know, I think it's a federal issue. We're kind of in Ogun State. Ogun State is as if that law is not really fair. there's hijab for some of our secondary schools. So I think it should cut across the whole federation. I don't know what the hijab right advocacy is doing about that.
Now, my question. Okay.
Please, I just want our officers to give us feedbacks. Everybody that has journalists, we normally can be able to follow very well.
So how do we react to this assertion? Although it's dying, but some people are reviving it again. Tí wọ́n bá ń pe àwọn ọmọ wa ní ẹ̀rí àwọn aborí máa bò wá, and it's getting to some of them. How do we react to it? Yeah.
What should I do when I'm asking?
You said?
What should I do when I'm asking?
When who ask you? Is it yeah, who? Is it your parents, your teacher, or someone? Anybody? All right.
Say respectfully, sir, ma. Are you with me, my dear? What's your name? Is it Aisha? Aziza? Asia. Àwọn ìyá wa. I didn't get it. Eh? Oh, okay. Okay, my sister, you will come and tell me your name where I can hear properly. But and as all of us here, anybody that asks you to remove your hijab, it will depend on the context. For instance, you are in the salon, or you only want to help you to make your hair. You know you will remove your hijab. But if it is in a private place, or you are in the hospital, but just generally, people say remove your hijab. You will say, respectfully, ma, respectfully, sir, I cannot remove it. Will you come on? It's part of my dressing. I'm a Muslim girl. It is compulsory for me to wear the hijab. Don't touch it. So come on, remove it. Come on, don't remove it. And when they will come and say, "Oh, you're rude." That's what they always say. But in the end, you understand, you just keep defend. They will say, everyone want leader alone. Then the assertion of Burimabowa, well, they will always call your names. Even some I enter the bus one day, the person said, "Madam, I want to bury and all ṣaṣẹ́wó jù." Aṣọ tó wọ̀ sórí yẹn ló máa fi ń bá wọn sí máa ní, "Okay sir, èwo nínú wọn ní ẹ̀yìn, ṣèbí ẹ̀yin náà máa ń gbó lóṣó. Èwo nínú wọn ló múra báyìí tó yẹ pa aṣọ orí ẹ̀lẹ́tẹ̀ sílẹ̀ tó mo níta lẹni náà tó ní nọ́mbà ìjọ àpèká àbèrè mo ní ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kẹsẹ̀ èyí tó jẹ́ pé ẹ máa lọ fẹnu jam ẹ máa lọ mo wá sọ fún ọ pé ṣé mọ̀ pé lára ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó tóbi jù wájú ọlọ́run ni pé obìnrin tí òkú kì í ṣe oníṣìnà kéèyàn pè lóníṣìnà ẹ máa wọ̀ ọ́ ṣẹ́ni tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yín ẹ rántí èmi yìí kẹ máa rántí pé ibi tẹ́ ti lọ fẹnu wa rọ́f ògùn ni gbogbo eléyìí ti ń dé báyìí mo dẹ̀ bọ́lẹ̀ ẹ wá ṣẹṣẹ́ pé èpè kẹ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ sọ wípé ẹ fẹnu ara yín you know sometimes you have to èèyàn máa tó kọ́ wọn lọ́rùn ẹnìkan náà ní wọ́n láwọn tó máa ń borí yẹn ló máa ń ṣe ìranù mo ní okay no problem owó ló wá ṣe lọ bá ṣe ìranù they will not be able to talk you just ask them questions then when they are calling you aborimabowa just ignore them sometimes they always say it to shut you up for instance èèyàn kan lè tẹ̀yìn mọ́lẹ̀ kẹwàá rí àti wọn ní aborimabowa wọ́n sọ pé èmi náà wá sọ wípé òkè aborimabowa mo ti gbọ́ but ẹ̀yin lọ́wọ́ kọ́ tẹ̀mí mọ́lẹ̀ kí ni ká wá sọ títí ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ wá lórí bò nǹkan you understand I will just ask you as a question one should try not to be confrontational but sometimes they always want to use it to cheat and me by my nature and by my profession I don't like cheating so normally but I will want to present it to the person that okay you two be objective so because you have done something to me I shouldn't feel it because I'm wearing the hijab or what is it exactly that you are trying to say and then they will be looking at you they will not know what to say again now the issue of Islamic studies teacher yes that's why personally I'm not taking it as a personal campaign that anyway I'm talking to people children parents to encourage people to let their children study Islamic studies rather than going to study some courses that are out of vogue or ẹ lọ ṣe nǹkan tó jẹ́ wípé ó máa you understand Islamic studies not everybody will get government work but the reality of the world we are in now even if you want to be doing software or if you go and still read that Islamic studies and have the party you can still come back to do that thing you want to do But you will know that the government, no matter how passionate you are about Lonicop, if you don't have the Bali Direct Islamic Studies, they will not let you teach Islamic Studies in schools. I know a particular person, a teacher that read mathematics education. I don't know what her second teaching subject is, maybe physics. But she's in a primary school. And she offered to tell the head teacher that, don't worry, I will add it to my job. And the teacher said, no, the head teacher, because they don't want it to be taught in schools, they refuse that you don't have the certificate, you cannot teach it. For the teacher that has people coming to our class, please encourage them to come, whether they are going to write. See, knowledge is not only about exam. The only thing I will just encourage you is that make sure they have notes and they do tests. They might not write exam. Even science students, even people that are not in the, they are not in SS1, let them come. And if you need incentives, maybe teaching aids or something, you understand, you can reach out to people that, oh, we want to talk about Hajj. I want to give everybody, I want to give them Zamzam water. You understand? It is your class. A teacher can use anything to do teaching aids. Or ever be projector, video, people, your class will be so popular that, oh man, I know Islamic studies. Don't worry, people can learn the projector. Today we want to talk about Hajj, but we want to watch a 5 minutes video on Hajj. Okay, so we want to watch a 5 minutes video on Hajj. So let us not concentrate so much on one month for exam. No, let them come to your class.